Today we are going to start the chapter Gravitation, Class 9. Students, in this chapter, we will be studying about this formula F is equal to gm1 m2 upon r square. That means the whole of the chapter revolves on this formula and we are going to understand this step by step as we proceed. But before starting today's session, it would be great if you like this video, share this video and subscribe to our channel AcadShala. This gives us a lot of motivation to keep creating these kind of videos for you all. One boy was in his room and viewed through his window. That one apple fell down through tree on the ground. No doubt all the leaves were also falling down. But from here, the story started. With the question that why did the apple fell down on the ground and did not float in the air? These all things were coming in mind of this boy named Newton. Later on, he was given the name as Sir Newton. We know that moon goes around the earth. An object when thrown upwards reaches a certain height and then falls down. The fall of the apple made Newton start thinking again and again. He thought that if the earth can attract an apple, can it not attract the moon? Is the force the same in both the cases? All these things were coming in his mind one by one. It is seen that a falling apple is attracted towards the earth. We do not see the earth moving towards an apple. Why? We also know in our solar system, all the planets go around the sun. We can say that there exists a force between the sun and the planets. So, Newton said that not only does the earth attract an apple and the moon, but all objects in the universe attract each other. This force of attraction between objects is called gravitational force. So this all was coming in the mind of this boy, Newton. Now, if we see the statement over here given by Newton, every object in the universe attracts every other object with a certain force. So that means, if suppose I'm in my room and I'm standing in my room and if I see that I am exerting force, I'm standing in front of a wall. So I'm exerting the attractive force. I'm getting attracted towards wall and wall is getting attracted towards me. If I'm holding a pen is getting attracted towards me or I'm getting attracted towards pen. This all is happening. That means the things around us are getting attracted to each other. Another statement, the force with which two objects attract each other is called gravitational force. That means the force which is making us getting attracted towards each other, it is known as gravitational force. So these all things were coming in the mind and he said about these two statements. Now, Newton used to think on the level of universe. He was a very deep thinker. So according to the statement, as he said, that every object in the universe attracts every other object with a certain force. Try to understand this, these words in the sentence very well. That means every object attracts each other according to the statement. That is, according to Newton, everything should collide with each other according to his statement. That means all planets should collide with each other. Earth should collide with sun. All planets should collide with each other. Everything in the universe should collide with each other according to the statement. But why it is not happening? If they are exerting force on each other, but the colliding system is not happening in the universe, but according to the statements, it should happen. But it is not happening. Now, if we also see that Earth is exerting gravitational force on us, right? Which is called gravity. And we will also exert, that means reaction force. Of course, we will also exert reaction force. That is, Earth is exerting a force. Therefore, we get attracted towards Earth. Right, children? So now let us understand on the basis of masses. According to it, the mass of the Earth is much more in comparison to ourselves. So we have understood that we get attracted towards Earth, but the Earth does not get attracted towards us because of its high, huge mass. Okay? And therefore, mass of the Earth is so much, therefore negligible acceleration is there. Okay, fine, we have understood, we agree with this. Because of mass, huge mass of the Earth, it is not happening. Okay, we have understood, we agree with this. That is, masses are different here. That is why the acceleration is not happening. Okay, fine. But what happens if the masses are same? Then what? Then why it is not colliding? If the masses are same, why it is not colliding? A very big question mark in the story is there yet to be solved. We have to solve this also. We agree that because of the difference in the masses, it is not happening. Fine. But if the masses are same, then what? This is a big question we need to understand. So, now we have to understand all these things with the help of universal law of gravitation. We will not understand with the help of only and only what? Definition. So, we cannot understand with only definition. So, what we have to do? We have to understand all these things which we are going to study now. Now, according to universal law of gravitation, it says every body in the universe attracts every other body with a force which is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Only reading the wordings in these sentences, we cannot understand. We need to clarify it word by word what it is saying. What does it mean? So let us understand now. Okay, we have understood the definition over here by reading it. Fine. Now we have to understand very minutely. We have to go deep into it to understand the expression which is shown in this definition. Okay. Now over here, if you see that there are two bodies, that means two objects named A and B, with the masses M1 and M2 and the force which is known as F. I repeat, let two objects A and B of masses M1 and M2 lie at a distance R. Over here I've written R from each other, which is shown in the diagram over here on the screen. Now let the force of attraction between the two objects be F, which I told you. Now according to the law, that means according to the universal law of gravitation, the force between the two objects, the force that is F between the two objects is directly proportional to the product of their masses, that is M1 and M2. So how do we write it? That is F is directly proportional to M1 into M2. And we frame this expression as first equation, which is written over here. Okay, let us go to the next step. And the force between the two bodies, that is two objects, is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. That is, F is directly proportional to 1 upon R square. This is inversely proportional, children. So we have written the second expression as F is directly proportional to 1 upon R square. And for this expression, we give the name as second equation. Okay, done. Now let us combine the first equation and the second equation together. So after combining the two equations, we come to the final expression as, that is, F is directly proportional to M1 into M2 upon R square. So this I have written it over here after combining the two equations named as 1 and 2, which I named it previously. Okay, this expression I also got it. Okay, after this, to remove this proportionality, this over here proportional sign, what we do? We put G. And what is this capital G? G is known as constant of proportionality. This we have to put it to remove this sign. So what I do? F is equal to G M1 into M2 upon R square. So this expression, this is the very final expression which I got it over here. That is, F is equal to G M1 M2 upon R square. So this is the expression which we will take forward in the chapter. Now children, I would like to also add up one thing, that to understand the expression of, that is, distance. Again I repeat, that is to understand the expression of this distance in this formula. That means we need to take help of a very simple example which I really want to discuss with you, which we experience in our day-to-day life. So that is, I will take this example. Now suppose if I've taken iron nails on one side and magnet on other side. So what I have done it? So I have put iron nails here and magnet here, but if I see, there I have seen some magnetic force between the two. So if there is a magnetic force between the two and I see that the iron nails get attracted towards magnet, yes or no? It gets attracted towards the magnet. So if I see that if I take this magnet at a distance from this, what will happen? If the distance is more, there will be no attraction at all. So that means distance, if it is less, more attractive force will be there and the iron nails will be attracted towards magnet. If there is more distance between the two, that means iron nails and magnet, there will be no force of attraction. There will be no magnetic force of attraction of the iron nails towards the magnet. So this is what I wanted to, deliver this, because to make you understand about this expression over here, which indicates and understands over here that if there is a distance between the two objects A and B, the force of attraction will be very less. And if the distance between the object A and B is less, if the distance is less, what will happen? Force of attraction will be more. If the distance is more between the objects, the force of attraction will be less. Am I clear, children? So over here, I wind up the session for today with this universal law of gravitation, which is really very important expression in your coming up videos in the chapter. So till then, please keep on revising whatever I have told you today and keep on practicing, revising, and please do it with your hands. Oral work will not pay at any cost, children. You have to write it with your hands. Write and learn, write and revise. That will make you perfect, but with understanding. Rattafying will not make you understand anything. Understand, write with your hands, then you see that you will remember for a longer period of time. Never do any ratta work, please. This will not help you ever in your life. And with this, I wind up the session. But children, if you like it, please do subscribe. And of course, please share with all your friends, near, dears, here, there, so that everyone gets benefited out of it. So please do this social service also by sharing with each other a AcadShala link, children. So with this, I wind up the session. Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care.